Hi, my name's Matt, and I'd like to talk to you about the magic of combining Cisco Spark with UCS Director. Now, what on earth is UCS Director, I hear some of you ask? Well, it's Cisco's ultimate data center automation tool. I can create whole automation workflows through dragging and dropping. I can manage my entire data center through a single pane of glass. It's wonderful. And of course, Cisco Spark, for those of you that don't know what that is an amazing collaboration tool. Why combine the two? Let's find out. Okay, so let's log into UCS Director and see what's going on here. So as I log in, you can see I'm greeted with the usual pane, all the information that UCS Director has. And I've got two Spark accounts here. I've got one for me and one for my bot. So looking into my account then, I get a nice little summary view here, showing all the different room types, and a lot of tabs along the top. So let's have a look at all the rooms that I'm a member of. And you can see I've got a nice list here with some action buttons, but let's have a look at our lab room here. So if I search for lab, there we go. I can double click in and I can now start drilling down on the members of that room, maybe some of the recent messages that have happened. And I could even then send a message to the room myself if I like to. So hello room, I'll say, and well, that's not the most interesting thing and I kind of regret doing it now. So again, through the UCS Director integration here, through the GUI, I can just delete that message that I've sent. Likewise, I can manage all the room members, I can add people, I can remove people, and I can edit their moderator status, just like I might be able to do in the native Spark client. I can also create new rooms. I can put those rooms in teams if I wish to, or just have them in the general population. And I can manage teams by creating, editing, and deleting them. All of the stuff that you might expect Spark to be able to do. Now, of course, UCS Director's value isn't in having a different GUI, because if you just wanted to do all of this stuff, why not just use the Spark client or the web client? Yeah, okay, if you had a few bots that you wanted to manage all from the same place, this could be a pretty neat way of doing it, but I think the real power comes in orchestration. Let me show you that. Okay, so I'm going to now go into the orchestration part of UCS Director. This lets me string various tasks together. So I'm going to just create one called Spark Demo, just so that you can see the power of this capability. So I'm going to put it in the Spark folder, and I'm just going to leave everything as default before I start. Now, as you can see, UCS Director contains over 1,000 tasks out of the box, whether it's VLANs, storage LUNs, or even creating whole virtual machines in Hyper-V or VMware. UCS Director's got it covered. But what we're really interested in here is Spark tasks. So you can see that there are 16 tasks here, everything from sending a message to a room or to a person, to creating whole teams and managing the life cycle of them. And it's as easy to create an orchestrated workflow as dragging from the left to the right. And you can see here I'm creating, first of all, a team, and I'm going to let the user input the team name, and you'll see this in a minute. So I just work through the UCS Director workflow, and I'll sped this section up a little bit just so that we're not spending too much time looking through this. But I'm first of all going to create the team, then I'm going to create or add a member to that team. And I'm going to let the user pick that member via their email address. So there are going to be two inputs to this task, the team name and the user email address. So you can see here I'm just creating the user email address input. I'm next going to go through and create a room for my team. I'm also then going to add a member to that room, and I'll send a message welcoming them on to my special little enclave. So what happens when we run this then? Well, what did you expect? So I type in the team name that I want to create, demo team. I put in the email address of the single user that I'm going to add to both my team and to my room, and then I kick it off. So we can see here the status, but rather than look at that, let's watch Spark. So you can see each of the individual bits is coming in, the team's been created, now the room's been created with UCS Director bot added to both of them, just like I put in my workflow, and you can see right at the end here that message has been posted. What else would you expect? So if we go back to the UCS Director GUI, we can see that that task is completed successfully. But in UCS Director we can roll back anything that we create. Let's do that now. So I can see my send message, the adding the member to the room, the creating the team room, and then creating the team, all can be rolled back, and it's going to roll them back in that order. Let's do it now. So I can see It's going to go back through and do all of that stuff. It's going to delete the messages and so on, like we said. Let's have a look in Spark and just make sure that that happens. So you can see the message has already been deleted and the UCS Director bot has been removed from the room. Now I've been removed from the room as well, and it should now remove everyone from the team, which it has. It kind of hurts because it sucks to be dumped. This concludes the whistle-stop tour of the Spark UCS Director integration plugin. You can see that you can manage various bots and devices all through one single pane of glass. I can automate entire Spark workflows through the UCS Director orchestration GUI. And whilst I've shown you some trivial demonstrations here, just think about the possibilities. I could send a message every time I build a virtual machine, or maybe use Spark to alert me if VLANs or config changes happen. I can put Spark for approvals, so I can simply send an instant message and wait for a response rather than have to use email. The possibilities are limitless, and because it's baked right into the UCS Director core, it's a stable, tightly integrated plugin. That's all I wanted to show. Hope it was useful.